Honor Magic 4 Lite 5G review offers a huge display, 5G capabilities and solid performance. Honor's mid-range 5G handset offers plenty to be excited about with longer battery life than rivals but had camera issues while lacking an AMOLED panel. All at a higher price than key rivals, making it hard to recommend. It's not often I start a review with a comment on a phone's overall size, but the Honor Magic 4 Lite 5G is a hefty slab of tech. While I'm glad the term phablet has gone the way of the dodo, it's no exaggeration to say that the Honor Magic 4 Lite 5G is big. That's largely down to its whopping 6.81 inches screen, but it's also pretty tall, too, even taller than the iPhone 13 Pro Max I normally use. While it's not the brightest screen around thanks to its LCD tech, it's still going to draw a crowd thanks to its monolithic nature and high refresh rate. The best part of the Honor Magic 4 Lite 5G, though, might be in its performance, with games like Call of Duty Mobile really taking advantage of the Snapdragon 695 5G chipset and pushing the panel to its 120Hz limits. Sadly, though, it's not all good news. The phone's cameras, despite decent specs and megapixel counts, are inconsistent at best, with daytime shots looking washed out and dark mode actually being clearer in most instances, while a single speaker at the bottom of the device makes it feel less of a multimedia powerhouse than the screen would have you believe. One note: the Magic 4 Lite 5G has also released elsewhere as the Honor X9 5G. My review sample is technically an X9 5G, but from the design to the specs it is identical to the Magic 4 Lite 5G, which is the name the phone is sold under in the UK and Europe. The Honor Magic 4 Lite 5G comes in titanium silver, midnight black, or, as per my review unit, ocean blue. As I keep mentioning, the front of the device is dominated by that huge LCD panel, with thin bezels all around but a slightly thicker chin at the bottom. There's a hole punch camera situated centrally at the top of the display with a 16-megapixel sensor inside. For such a large phone, it's impressive to find it's just 8mm thick and 189 grams. On the right-hand side, you'll find a fingerprint scanner for unlocking embedded in the sleep, wake button, as well as a volume rocker. That's it for physical controls, though, so don't expect to summon Google Assistant with a hardware button. While I've been critical of LCD panels in the past because they lack the vibrancy and color detail of their OLED cousins, I have to say I may have prejudged the Honor Magic 4 Lite too soon. That's because while it is an LCD that tops out at 1080p, with around 385 pixels per inch, it does offer support a 120Hz refresh rate. That makes a big difference when gaming, which I'll get to shortly, but also simply navigating the OS and scrolling through social media feeds, YouTube playlists and more. The Snapdragon 695 5G inside the Honor Magic 4 Lite 5G, plus the Adreno 619 GPU, mean it punches above its weight, and, in a lot of ways, its pricing category. The same is true of the Poco X4 Pro 5G. The phone comes with 6 or 8 GB of RAM and I've tested the latter. The result is plenty of horsepower for racking up the wins in Call of Duty Mobile, PUBG Mobile, or the likes of League of Legends, Wild Rift. While games don't exactly pop on the LCD screen like they do on AMOLED, they do give that 120Hz refresh rate a workout. The Honor Magic 4 Lite 5G offers a quartet of cameras, with a 2-megapixels depth camera and 2-megapixels macro lens flanking the main 48-megapixels snapper on the back, and a 16-megapixels selfie camera. Photos are clear, and offer plenty of detail, but it appears something may be up with the ISP because we found we constantly needed to turn down the exposure. As you can see with the pictures of kids' toys and Duplo blocks, everything is just overexposed. Despite the power and the huge screen, perhaps the biggest surprise with the Magic 4 Lite 5G is battery life. I ran our usual test, with the PCMark Battery Work 3.0 and hit a genuinely impressive 15 hours and 1 minute. That's more than the Poco M4 by about 4 hours, and most rivals, too. This should get the vast majority of users through a normal day, and light users may well get 2. This is where things get a little tricky. The Honor Magic 4 Lite 5G is actually running Android 11 with Honor's own Magic UI running on top of it. That means that technically, the new phone is already running an old OS. Honor has committed to rolling out Android 12, but that could be a way off. Although Magic UI has already hit version 6.0 for Android 12, so it could be sooner. Magic UI 4.2, the version the Magic 4 Lite 5G ships with, is no slouch though. It looks good, features intuitive gestures like calling Google Assistant by swiping from the bottom, and packs a lot less bloat than other mid-range handsets. The Honor Magic 4 Lite 5G is available in the UK and Europe, now priced at £299 per €349 for a 6 plus 128GB model. You can buy it from the Honor store as well as Amazon. The Honor Magic 4 Lite 5G X9 5G is an impressive 5G device when it comes to performance, but its media potential suffers due to dismal speakers and bizarrely inconsistent camera results. And yet, there's so much to like. The battery life is good, the screen is huge, and it doesn't sacrifice power to chase that 5G dragon.